Okay, hoping that this gets some people here. I'm hoping this is working. I saw some comments show up, and I'm hoping that means somebody will show up. Because I had a few things I wanted to talk about. I'm just replying. Hopefully that'll get someone to show up. I'm still going live tomorrow unless anything comes up, and I will add a comment to let you guys know because I don't want to just disappear again. But nobody's here right now. Sorry if this is boring. Anybody here yet? Ooh, I'm seeing 3 people. Please come in the chat. Please, tell me. It's working! Okay, I was just replying to your comment again to let you know, Snowy, that I was gonna tell you. Okay, who else is here? I see the second one. Is it Yulu? Yulu. Sounds like Hulu. Let me know if you are. Yay! Okay, I was gonna let both of you know that I decided that, like, I don't need 2 mods right now. So it would kind of make more sense if it was like just one of you guys. And I don't want either of you to take this personally. So I'm going to make it Snowy just because she's been responding. She. Please tell me if it's a she or he. I just, for default, keep saying that. So for the sake of logic, it makes more sense because I've had more conversations. And once I need another mod, hopefully that'll be a thing. It'll be first and foremost you, Lou. But if this is gonna bother you two, I don't want it to. Please let me know. So tell me in the chat. Also, I'm still very hyper because I don't want any of this to be taken personally. Because if this is gonna be anything taken personally, I'll just have no mods right now, and it'll just be me. Because genuinely, I'm just going off of logic, and there's a reason why I'm concerned because I don't know you two, and I'm gonna explain that too. There's a story. A he. Okay. Okay. Good. Let me know what you think, Lou. I love how you just also never corrected me when I kept saying she before. And just as a warning, I might accidentally say she. I don't know why. Perfect. Eventually, if I actually get people to like a bigger channel, I will only need 2. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to just change the mod thing right now. Thank you very much for understanding because I just got very worried about moderators when I heard about something and I realized that it is something concerning when you have never met the people in person, no matter how much you like them. Now, what I'm going to talk about today, and I'm going to reply to the comments and I'll also reply in the comments, is that I'm going to be mentioning Eugenia Cooney. I'm guessing you two have heard about her for multiple reasons that are upsetting me. And it's not her weight. That's not it. Because as much as I understand those things, because I personally have had and am still dealing with an eating disorder, I don't care too much about people who I don't know, but I will have a form of respect, and I don't have respect for her because as much as she likes to pretend that she's a pretty nice little princess, she's a 26-year-old adult and isn't acting like one and isn't acting like she cares about people, which I will get into. Once I was just gonna say to Lou that I appreciate your comment, and I noticed you are kind of right that I do just really address certain things that are important, and I appreciate that you think they are important too. And to Snowy, um, it does kind of look like this is something from a serial killer investigation. I was about to say act. I just realized that sounded like serial killer. So it's like just a serial killer. Once I find out if it's okay to talk about the assignment, I will definitely. Yeah, you are kind of right. Or last stream, not yesterday. Yesterday. Last stream. I'm guessing you meant that. I'm all over the place. So yeah, about last stream. Or yesterday. I don't know what you're referring to, but if it's about dates and times, I am very much all over the place. Oh, okay. Yeah, again, as I said, I'm all over the place because I'm still kind of like at the manic episode type of thing. There is an issue with a lot of YouTubers, and it's irritating, and those are the ones that I'm going to talk about. So there are two that are bothering me. And I also thought about the fact that it would probably be productive, and it's just something I want to do to, that's all right, Snubby, don't worry about it. Two, Katie Morton, if that's her name, that psychologist. I say that with quotation marks, not due to whether or not she is licensed, but due to the fact that she doesn't exactly act like one as much as she'd like to, and Eugenia Cooney. Because I got very, very pissed about those. Extremely pissed about two things. I think I was watching something from Creepshow Art, and correct me if I'm wrong, but she was saying that there is a Streamies award. I think it's Streamies, and I think Eugenia Cooney is nominated for one this year. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. It's not incredibly relevant, but Creepshow Art did mention that Katie Morton is for like the best mental health person, and that makes me want to blow my brains out because, excuse me, what? What psychologist in their right mind says that a personality disorder is icky? What psychologist in their right mind says that a sociopath is related to a personality disorder, or even goes on to that subject when they are a marriage counselor not relating to personality disorders, which is why they don't understand that fact. And I'm not pissed because I also have maybe subclinical personality traits of a sociopath. I'm pissed because this goes against everything that is related to psychology. She is not specialized in those things. She is not like as smart as she thinks she is, and she is wrong about the fact that you just don't call people, you don't refer to anyone. I don't care who it is. I don't even care if it was Onision, Onion Son, and he disgusts me to my very core. You don't, and people think he's a sociopath. I would not refer to him as icky because of the sociopath. I'd refer to him as icky because he's disgusting. It's like a physical therapist going, exactly. It literally is like a physical therapist calling people who are disabled icky. It's like if somebody has pus in a wound and goes to the doctor and they're like, oh my God, you're so icky. That's not how it works. And also the personality disorder of antisocial thing. She was just reciting what's in the DSM, which I have right next to me, by the way. I own the DSM-5. I have owned it since I was 14. I have understood these things. And I'm going to say I could do her fucking job in my sleep, and not because I'm qualified, but because she acts like she's doing it while she's unconscious. And I'm sorry I'm yelling. I am so upset about this because It is irrational, upsetting, and I'm also in somewhat of a manic episode, so I'm going to be extra on edge and irritated for this one. But it blows my mind why she's getting nominated when there are people like Dr. Todd Grande, who you should check out. He has a great thing. Or if anything to do with mental health, pick someone who's qualified. Oh, she uploads some things that are about disorders. I watched a couple of videos. I tried to. Now, I have trouble with researching these people because I don't want to watch their videos and give them money for it. She recites things basically as if they're in the book, and she recited things from the DSM from the book, and she picked up the book and showed it. You know who could do that? A 6-year-old who can read. And there's nothing wrong with 6-year-olds, but guess what they aren't? They aren't qualified to talk about this. Just like she's not. And Shane is disgusting as a person, in my opinion. And all of this is in my opinion, by the way, because I don't want to get sued. But let's just say that this is an opinion. Everything that is said in this video is an opinion. And from my perspective, and don't come for me, but let's keep going. I'm so mad. I don't think I've ever been this upset on camera. But I am disgusted and angry because this goes into something so critical. I'm upset and angry about both people, Katie Morton and Eugenia Cooney. I'll get into Eugenia next. I need to breathe for a second. Whew. Okay, I'll wait for something in the chat what you guys think, and let me know if I'm talking too loud and it's like hurting your ears. I do not usually get this upset about things. I don't think it's worth my time to get angry about these things. I'm going to thank you. I need it. If it weren't cold, that'd be much faster. I'm going to slow down and I'm going to calm down because I can be much more rational and get my point across much better and much more productively if I do so. Now, I noticed last time that I got more people because of tags and because of what I titled this. So I can't see the chat because I'm titling it different. And my objective is to get more people. Call it clickbait if you want, but it's not because I'm talking about this. Also, the fact that they joined. How do you spell Eugenia Cooney? I can't see anything in the chat right now because I'm titling this different and I'm going to change the tags. So keep talking and I'm going to go back and address all of it. Okay, Eugenia. Oh, okay, so I was right. I was going to spell it. Cooney. Now, the tags. This isn't watch me fail. This isn't funny. I'm a small YouTuber, so all I have to work with is using somewhat clickbaity things, but I'm not doing this for clickbait. I don't really feel any to justify myself, but to the people that I respect in the comments, I'd like to just explain that. So it's a matter of getting more people to see this because these are important topics, in my opinion. If people don't like it, they can always leave. Let's see. Also, is her name Katie Morton because she's getting close to becoming a mortician? The way she's acting. Nothing against morticians, more of an insult to her. Too far? Okay. I'm gonna add stuff that might get some things. Spelling things wrong. I already spell wrong, but I'm spelling things wrong. I have mental disorder, which I definitely don't usually spell wrong. Let's see what I got so far. I mean, I feel like morticians deal with things that are icky, but they aren't necessarily. But I love the crossover between those things. I feel like to Katie Morton, I'd be icky. Also, I've heard that she likes to keep going on about her practice. Gonna go into more of that once I start on the reason why they're connected, and then I'll go into Eugenia. Let me just read over. Oh, okay, good. Oh no, don't check. Exactly, Lily. The disorder, I notice the chat doesn't get safe, so I'm going to read. The disorder or imbalances doesn't make the person, rather the actions and intentions. That is exactly the point. Because I am autistic, but I'm never going to say that if I say something rude, it's okay because I'm autistic and I didn't know. It's not okay. I didn't know, but I'd still be like, damn, sorry, I fucked up. Here's the reason why. Explanation versus excuse. Definitely a big difference. If a more, it says, oh, dang it. It's the alarm again. Okay, you just have to do this very quickly. 139, 140, 96. What? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. 70, 80, 90. 97. I'm an idiot. I was doing that. I did that really quickly. That was 3 addition questions. I'm doing pretty good. And yeah, I would understand if a mortician said it was icky too. There's probably some icky parts of it. But off the topic of morticians, let's talk about morticians and the death of the psychological and analyzing abilities of a certain person called Katie Morton. It's Morton, right? Morton. Yeah, quick math, slew. Anyways, so back to Katie. Sorry, Katie, but you're icky to me. You're disgusting. You're a disgrace to the whole psychological medical community because you're doing this all for money. And there's no problem with doing something for money as long as you're also doing it for the right reasons and why you went into it. Because nowadays you can't do anything without wanting money to be able to survive and live. And there's no way to say that people aren't greedy. But going online and pretending that you are decent in a field like psychology when you're not and when you can do things that can hurt people is disgusting. It's beyond even just doing things when it comes to being like in physical medicine. Psychology is not something you fuck with. Psychological sciences is not something you fuck with. Pretending that you're good at what you do isn't something you fuck with. When it comes to psychology, it's not like you're a business person where you're going to screw over someone to get money. It's where you can screw over someone's life and where they could take their own lives if you do it wrong. And also, she's not qualified to diagnose someone. She never really gave, I don't know if she gave a diagnosis or not in that whole docu-series with Shane Dawson. And I don't care, but personally, the way she went about that, you don't need a shower. Does she shower after every time that she helps married couples when it comes to divorce? I'd say affairs are disgusting, but I don't call them icky. I'd evaluate it in the case of the individual. Maybe there's a reason behind it. I do my job if I'm a marriage counselor and try to resolve it. And I wouldn't be a marriage counselor who likes to go and consult about something that's completely unrelated to my field. I'd talk about it. I could say, hey, I've studied it. This is my opinion. I would do exactly what I'm doing now, which is I'm a psych student. And I have no license or anything like that to diagnose people. I'm not qualified. And I can admit that. Apparently, she also has a fair amount of businesses, does the online thing, but she does not deserve a Streamies Award. And then let's also talk about the fact that she worked with Shane Dawson. If you're so good at your job, couldn't you notice all the creepy things about that? And also, just about the fact that it's wrong. Like, I don't care if it was sociopathy. I don't care about any of that. You want to say the sociopaths don't care about people? What does it mean when you're just screwing over people with antisocial personality disorder? And by the way, sociopathy and psychopathy is not recognized in the DSM. It's recognized as something that people associate with antisocial personality disorder. Let me quickly just turn to that page so I can read it just like she does. Then I will move on to the next. She couldn't see. I don't understand what you said, Lou. Sorry. Also, I hope I'm roasting her over the fire. There's a thing in Arabic called, like, you'll say the bahtini, which means you slaughtered me. It's the equivalent of roasting. Honestly, Dr. Mike, he screwed up once for something like that, and yeah, it's during a pandemic, but I'd prefer that. I don't hate Dr. Mike. I just think he's stupid at the way that he came up with accountability. But I don't think that he's had this type. It's not to that degree. In the form, she couldn't see the irrationality in front of her in the form of Shane Dawson. True. I wouldn't agree that he is a sociopath, though, which a lot of people like to say. But I'd say he has very manipulative tendencies, and take that from someone who can recognize and knows how to manipulate people. I haven't heard of any of these tubers, to be honest. You haven't heard of Eugenia Cooney? She's the one, Katie Morton is the one that was in Shane Dawson's docu-series about Jake Paul. She was the blonde-haired psychologist who went in, like, posing as another person, which wasn't really ethical. And Eugenia Cooney is the one who is known for how low her weight is, and also was on how does Shane Dawson thing. Noticing a correlation. She was also in a video with Shane Dawson. These streaming nominees. I don't know if all of them are nominees. I don't know much about the streamies either. I just know that they're disgusting. So let's move to that. I'd love to be able to recognize my own tabs, but I've used so many, it's hard to tell. I just need to read this so I can prove the point that anyone can read from the DSM. Anyone can own it, including a 14-year-old, just like I was when I bought this. And to be perfectly honest, I understood it more than her. Call me narcissistic, call me whatever you want. I'm gonna stick by the fact that she's acting like a fucking idiot and is a disgrace. I realized in my last ones I was being very nice and not necessarily sticking back my opinion, trying to go neutral. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be more just me. So let's see the part that I recall about it. I'm just looking for that specific area. Give me a moment. There's also things like differential diagnoses and stuff like that. Okay, this is taking too long. I'll just make a video probably regarding that or something along those lines. Shane Dawson, the mastermind behind all these YouTubers. I agree with you, Lily. He's probably just the poster child, the golden child of YouTube. It's an odd comment thread. What's an odd comment thread? I believe that birds of a feather flock together. I'll leave it at that. And also not saying specifically what Shane does. I'm just saying the shittiness. Can I notice it? And one screw up, one fuck up, like in the case of Dr. Mike, deserves to be spoken about. But unless and until he does more fucked up things, that to me was just more a case of idiocy. Doesn't excuse it, but it's an explanation. And just one moment. Cheers to my misanthropic views currently and idiocy of mankind. Aren't they all weird? No, because there are people who are doctors on the site. A lot of people. So I don't think it's reliability as doctor. I really think it's more about just popularity. Either way, since because they are so popular, people will see them as reliable. That's actually a very good point because the popularity probably does correlate towards the reliability. It's probably the mass idea of jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, other people believe this, so it must be right. That's what I kind of would think it would probably relate to that. It's like if so many people think this is right, let's go with it. And also the fact that a lot of children watch those things. There's a reason I put on the box for my shit. No, it's not made for kids because I swear, because I talk about topics like this. And because, yes, they are important, but they are not things children should watch. And I'm going to go with that. So, shall we move on to the point of Eugenia Cooney? Which, by the way, oh, wait, one last point. Eugenia Cooney, as a little background, she was the one who had the drama with Jaclyn Hill, I believe that's her name, where they basically 51-50'd her, which in the state of California is involuntary commitment, aka you force someone to be going into the hospital because they aren't because it's like arresting someone, not really, but it's like you're forcing them to go in and get help because it's believed that they aren't capable of doing it for themselves. So Eugenia Cooney had these friends who did that, who called them. Now, apparently it said that Katie Morton helped them understand that or figure out how to do that, and she claims not to, again, trying to save face. I don't know. But one thing that annoyed me is that she filmed a video with Eugenia, who loves to dance around the topic, but when she was explaining what 51-50 is, which is also, it's called different things in different states. It's just when you involuntarily commit someone. You don't let them make that choice. And you can do it for 24 hours, 72 hours. It depends on the case. They can be done based on a court of law permanently. It really just depends. But this is basically what you do when either a parent isn't consenting or they're an adult and they're not consenting. And she turned to the camera, Katie Morton turned to the camera and was like, by the way, nobody in my practice has ever been 51-50. Is that something to be ashamed of? Is that you saying like, no, I didn't do my job? Yeah, it could be, or it could be you saw them once and they ended up not feeling good, so they had to be 51-50 or committed involuntarily. It's not something to be ashamed of. The whole video that she had with Eugenia was just disgusting because by the way, do you want me to link the video? It's longer, it's not short like the other one, but do you want me to link it so you can watch it later? I don't want to give her more views, but it's kind of relevant. Or do you want me to just go on with explaining? Actually, no, I'm not going to link it. You can just look it up if you just look up Eugenia Cooney and Katie Morton, because I'm not going to be the one to give them more views. That's more important. And for context, you'll just understand along the way, and I'll explain. And if you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments. Now, moving on to Eugenia Cooney. You were saying, Snowy, you were saying, Snowy, that you don't know them. You don't know either of them. Do either of you know Eugenia Cooney? I think Let me show a photo and see if it makes you remember. Oh, okay, so you both know them. Thumbs up if yes. I don't know why I'm saying thumbs up instead of the word yes, but oh well. We've got 5 people. Hello to the new people. Say hi in the comments if you want to. 4. Okay, 1 person left. Oh, yeah, I don't recognize most of the people for the streamies either. I don't know them. So, perfect. Okay. So, I don't I don't even know what streamies is, but moving on to Eugenia Cooney. She does look very young, but she's 26 years old. And she gets a fair amount of comments telling her to gain weight or telling her she needs to get help. Now, I'm going to tell you, as a person who's had eating disorders, you know what's common is that, and people have said this in the comments too, is that if you hear someone telling you, hey, like I've had people tell me if they'll be like, "Oh, you're skin and bones," or "You're wasting away." In your brain, the eating disorder voice translates that, and I'm going to say in those cases. So just remember, this isn't everyone, but what I'm describing right now just seems to make sense with the case of her. When you get that many negative comments or people just saying get help, not a lot of people saying your content is great. I love your hair or stuff like that. Nope, still sad burp. It makes sense and it fits that idea in your head. When I remember I would hear people saying like you're too skinny when I was younger, and I had my eating disorder was really at its peak. It encourages you. It sounds strange, but it'll be in my head like perfect. That means I'm losing enough weight. That means I'm doing this right. So I can only see one reason why she's making this content. It doesn't seem to help anybody, or the people that it helps, it's very, very low compared to the people that it doesn't, and people that enjoy it. I've only looked in to see literally if she's still alive because based on the way that she looks, I'm waiting to hear if she's gotten multiple organ failure, as morbid as it sounds. But the part that bothers me is, okay, you don't want to get help, or you're in a situation where there's rumors that her mother is part of the problem, which I can't imagine living with someone, seeing them waste away to that point, and not being part of the problem, because you're part of the problem if you don't get them help. Like, that's a very, very, very extreme case, and it could kill her. And when you're at the point of just being like, okay, it just doesn't click. It doesn't add up. So to me, I would guess that her mother is part of the problem, but that's my personal opinion. Nobody's suing me. And there are rumors that she's very controlling, and all that would add up to it. And a history of trauma or something like that can lead to eating disorders. But I can only see one reason why Eugenia would keep going with her YouTube channel, which is to keep serving her eating disorder, to keep pumping up all those comments. I can't imagine. She has, what, 2 million and some followers? I can't imagine when I had an eating disorder. Well, still do. It's so like, I'm still working on it. But when the eating disorder was at its height, I cannot imagine hearing all the time those types of things. And when you do those videos, they call it body checking, but basically the idea is when you show your body and wait for someone to respond, yeah, you look too skinny, and you'll be like, yeah, I'm fitting what I am trying to do. And she does a bunch of try-on hauls. So that kind of fits. Everything's adding up to that. Let me see. They might mean part of the problem in the way that it means she exasperates and Just the disorder. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that she does. But when I was saying part of the problem, that was my personal opinion. I'm not saying she directly would influence it, but there's apparently been rumors that she traps her now. She's a 26-year-old without a license. That's fine. But she has a driver around that her mother has. That could be potentially fine if she just hates driving. But the driver waits for her wherever she goes. That's weird. Like, that's a little weird. Or the fact that apparently Jacqueline Hill was saying that her mom was screaming, didn't want her to go into treatment. That's weird. If you're in denial, I don't know, in my head, what kind of happened when what I thought of, which I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but have any of you heard of Munchausen's by proxy? It wouldn't surprise me seeing as there's parents on YouTube who do questionable things for fame. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Another person is what Micah person, that person who had the autistic child. Allahu Akbar. Also, by the way, Snowy, the last time I did something, person who was like joking about terrorists, that doesn't bother me, but just boot him out. I don't think it's very productive. To do that type of thing, and I don't mind it. But if they start making those jokes, yeah, thanks. Anyways, that sounded so sarcastic. I meant genuinely. Thank you. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, he did seem like a toxic person. It just seems so pointless. And again, if really old joke, come up with something like unique. It doesn't hurt me, but come up with something original for fuck's sake if you're gonna make a joke. Munchausen's by proxy, thank you. Now, Munchausen's disease is when you're basically like it's very psychological, where you want the attention, so you keep faking illnesses. Now, Munchausen's by proxy, you do that on another person, you like that attention that they get, and you do it by proxy, aka through another person. It's like that case of you know that girl who killed her mother with another person? Who was it? She had a documentary, which was Mommy Dearest or something like that. It was a true crime case that was all over the place. Yes, Gypsy Blanchard, exactly. That was a case of Munchausen's by proxy. So I just wonder. That's my hypothesis. I don't know. But in any case, this 26-year-old adult is body checking, using all of her followers to feed the eating disorder. Yes, it's a sick mind. Yes, she seems to act nice. I don't give a fuck. You are an adult. You are not a child. You are not someone who doesn't understand what you're doing. You may have things that makes you not understand, but you have a responsibility. You're not like just an adult. You're not like 18. You're not 19. You're not even 20. You're 26. This would be like me coming on here, like every now and then, like it'll come to me and I'll be like, oh yeah, like I said in one video, I feel fat. I didn't get a response, but it would be like me consistently trying to feed my eating disorder by waiting for people to tell me I'm skinny. 25 is adult enough. Yes, because when your frontal lobes finish developing at the age of 25. Now, with an eating disorder severe enough, you can stunt your growth. So, oh, I thought you were making that point like 25 is enough. But anyways, you can stunt your growth. I kind of did that, which is why I'm like 5'2", and it doesn't really match anyone in my family because I had an eating disorder from when I was very, very young. She is basically feeding other people's disorders, though, to feed her own. I don't care how sick you are. I don't give a shit. You've got 2 million followers where a lot of them are kids. You can act as nice as you want. That's not okay. And everybody's going to keep telling you, oh, you're too skinny. Yeah, you know that. I'm not here to tell you that. What do you want me to tell you? You're too fat? That's going to feed it anyways. No, you know it. It's gonna come to multiple organ failure. What I'm gonna say is, if you keep it up, you're gonna die. And people aren't here wanting that. That's what I'll say. Nobody else is, everybody else is saying it, but a lot of people want to bounce around the subject. I'm gonna say, if she keeps this up, she's gonna die. That's the end of it. Believe it or not, that's a thing that comes with having an eating disorder. I've had that scare too. I have had to come to terms with that too. I have to keep thinking of that too. But it's not right to go to all of your younger followers and use them to keep feeding your eating disorder. A little self awareness could help you. And if you don't want to help yourself, that doesn't mean you have to drag so many people down with you. 2 million people. 2 million. How many of those are children? Because content could technically be, it could technically be okay. That's so many people. Even if people are telling her the truth, in her little circle, it won't make a dent. That's a problem. She just needs to be deplatformed, needs to be forced to get help. You would usually would be family or friends that force you to do that. But it would come down to her, and friends tried. Hey brain, will you just filter it out as hate or trolls? Exactly. And I just wonder, I'm not sure what to do about it. All I can think of is having enough people speak out about it to have it like it's no longer about let's help you, Eugenia. It's gone to the point of we wanted to help you, Eugenia. We tried to help you. Her friends tried to help you. We're all telling you the same thing, that you need to get help. But you're hurting other people now. You don't get to do that. That's not okay. Now it's about those 2 million followers, which a lot of them are younger, a lot of them are eating disorder people. And apparently, I've heard things where she's liked pro Anna comments. I always say like I've heard because I'm not technologically advanced enough to post, to like share screen or look up like proof and all that. So this is what I'm telling you, and I've seen it on Creepshow Art's video. Also, apparently some of her mods were predators, which is why at the beginning I got so freaked out about mods. But by the way, I wouldn't even keep one of you as mods if I thought one of you were predators. It's nothing related to you guys. It was just me being like, I don't need to, and I should be extra careful. And you just don't know people, and it's not worth the risk. And so, whether or not you think someone is, you still shouldn't take the risk for the sake of other people, because those people preyed upon her followers. There was comments of people who were preyed upon by a moderator who has direct access to people who comment. I'm just being honest with you guys when I explain why. In the beginning, I was so like freaked, like I wanted to change the amount of mods. But I'm also being honest when I say I genuinely didn't think of either of you that way. It was just me being like, I don't need two, and it's better to just have one that I've had more conversations with. But also, if I genuinely thought that, I'd get rid of both of you, and I like you both. But if I saw for a second any predatory behavior, goodbye, I'm booting them out. The thing was, Eugenia didn't. I just want to see in the comments if either of you are upset or like offended by that, so I could elaborate. But Eugenie kept them because they were nice to her. I don't care how nice someone is to you. You don't keep a predator around. It's called manipulation. This whole like sweetness act is getting old. Getting real old. Sorry, still feeling sick. Okay, it looks like you guys are upset. So they preyed on people basically through internet like communication, like cyber manipulation, they were predators, they were sexually manipulating young girls. That's how they preyed on people. And the part is preying on people if it were one person. The problem is that she didn't get rid of them because they were nice to her. Anybody else think that's so backwards? Anybody else think that's ridiculous? Like, excuse me? It does not compute. You don't keep someone around who's a predator just because they're nice. Yeah, his serial killer lived with me because they're nice. Exactly. You don't let a serial killer live with you because they're nice to you. Like, this is no, no, you don't do it. We are in a Dexter situation here. He beats me, but he's really sweet. There's a problem there. These are things with problems. That's a good analysis with the domestic abuse thing. It's a manipulation tactic. Now, maybe Eugenia's brain is very, 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 like, twisted to the point where she's not realizing any of this. So, who's left to take action? Maybe the platform she's on. By the way, it's totally understandable and your prerogative about the mopping. Thank you guys for understanding. I figured you would. And like I wanted to just be honest anyways, because again, don't know you guys. But this respect thing, because you guys have been very respectful towards me, so I'm gonna be respectful towards you. Except apparently I mix up pronouns. But you guys are just, I love the way you guys are dickish to me just as much as I'm dickish to you. And it's very funny and very fun to go with the back and forth. Okay, I'm going to breathe for a second. I want to know your guys' opinions, and I'm going to read some of the things in the comments and respond to them. Wow, we're at 47 minutes of me rambling. I felt like I'm starting to lose my voice after this. I don't care if you mess up my pronouns. Thanks. What made it funny is that you never corrected me. Like I kept asking, and you were just like, "Well, let her suffer with not knowing." I don't know if that's what was in your head, but it was just really funny. You're like, "Well, I guess that's it." Snow. Yeah. Also, I know as Beauty and the Beast. What's Beauty and the Beast syndrome? Oh, you didn't catch it. Okay. I just kept saying she, and I just said that to my friends. I was like, I don't know which one it is, but oh well. What is Beauty and the Beast syndrome? Also, I'm gonna have to go soon because I have to pee, and it would just be pointless for me to leave, come back, and also because this has been long, and I was talking about all the points that I meant, but I want to talk to you guys and respond to your comments. But I was saying before, I'm gonna just pause on looking at the comments, but keep typing because I want to respond to them. Which is that it was like YouTube to deplatform someone. Onision seems to still be around. Shane seems to still be around. Eugenia is still around. Katie Morton is still around. Now, those people aren't just still around. Some of them are getting streaming awards. Huh. Awarding people. This has gone beyond, I just want to keep them around for money. This is now, let's keep them around and keep feeding let's keep feeding it by rewarding them for the bad behavior. This is like if a dog pisses on the carpet and you keep giving them treats. Because it's not your carpet and you don't care. And it's funny to watch. Like, what is this situation, YouTube? This is beyond just stupid terms and services things. We've got predators here. This is a platform that makes a lot of money, but you can't just keep turning a blind fucking eye. Are you blind from both eyes? Are you blind, deaf, and dead? Like, okay, gonna check the comments now. Snowy, it's, or wait, let's see the next. Okay, Snowy at Louis, But Beast was mostly nice. He locked her in the dungeon, but that was only for a little bit. Oh, I think I'm getting what Beauty and the Beast thing is. Lily, nothing. But we are just talking about Stockholm syndrome. Okay, that I get it now. Stovey, you should just go use the restroom so your bladder doesn't explode. I don't have to pee that bad yet. Lily, it's really hideous that YouTube keeps these wretched and disgusting predators and vampires. It really is. Like at this point, it's so like why is Lucian's video still here? Like literally everybody said this. Like the police are getting into this. What? Why is he still here? Why was one of the creators allowed to show a dead body? And it wasn't just like a dead body that we found by accident and we're telling about how traumatic it was. It was someone that hung themselves and how we laughed about it afterwards and took shots. Now, if that's your reaction to that situation, yeah, maybe people react with things laughing when they're nervous and take shots, but there's a whole process of editing and processing and putting up the video to show other people. What? Yeah, your reaction was inappropriate and dumb, but still, that's a whole nother thing. But Jake, whatever the fuck Paul brother is, one of the two idiots. Literally, because guess what? It keeps YouTube's ad revenue rolling. Disgusting. Exactly. I said the money keeps rolling, but how far is this gonna go with the money going on? And everybody was starting to switch to Twitch, but then that thing also started having all of its issues. Now, Snowy, you're going to be the one peeing on the carpet if you don't. Listen, guys, I'm 21. I can probably recognize if I'm about to piss on the carpet. Pee is hard to get out of the carpet. Adults still thinking they're children. Wait a minute, Snowy. Was that at me or like the people? Okay, fine. I'll go pee. It looks like I'm getting bullied into it. But type a bunch of comments so it's worth me leaving for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Please also come up with some ideas of how far this is gonna last. I want to know how long is this gonna keep going on with YouTube? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. You can't swear on the channel, but apparently you can be a pedo or pedo or whatever you call it. I'm back. Anything interesting happened while I was gone? Any ghosts come to visit? Okay, let's see. YouTube actively defends pedos. Yeah, I'm wondering if somebody has like some sort of like how uh, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Like, okay, let's see the next. The remove channels as hate speech that criticize or expose them. Yeah, that's true. Also, by the way, I was wondering, could you guys, any chance, like, share this with friends? I want more subscribers. Maybe I'm narcissistic because I think that I'm saying some things that are important for more people to see. Yes, I'm human. I want more subscribers and I want more people to listen to me. I feel that I'm saying important things, but also, if enough people keep saying things, maybe somebody will listen. And people are saying things. I'm narcissistic in some ways, but not narcissistic enough to think that I'm the only one that can make a change. But I don't know, share it or help me get more subscribers because I'm pretty small and I'm not growing too fast. Probably because YouTube doesn't really push my content. Just bringing you with me while I get some hand cream, and then I'm going to keep reading the comments. But YouTube doesn't exactly push my content. It worked for a bit when I talked in lives, but I'm not going to keep doing that because, like, there are very few people that I will do that with when I respect them, and also because it's just kind of shitty to do that. Like, I want more subscribers, but not just to manipulate to get them because that's not going to help either of us in the long run. Okay, let me keep it reading. Okay, they removed him. Okay, that happened to Mama Max. I'm not sure who that is. New Willie. Also, I'm reading them out loud because I realized the chat doesn't say. I think I said that earlier. New Willie. If YouTube had the decision to either cut a channel with 50 million subs that showed dead babies, or a channel with 5K subs that talks about current events that swears, guess who's getting kicked? Snowy. Mama Who. Okay, I'm not the only one who doesn't know Mama Who. Or Mama Who, Mama Max. Also, about the dead baby thing, I just realized it's probably also about the fact maybe it's because the bigger channels can sue them. It's always about money, but I was trying to figure out like how worth it is it? Like how much is it worth it? So maybe it is related to being sued and getting the whole thing shut down. But guys, guess what, YouTube? Eventually, if you keep protecting bad people, you'll get sued for that. Or everyone will leave. But yeah, okay. Next one. Oh, definitely the 5K channel. Yeah, I believe that too. I'm still waiting. Let's see if I get shut down with 35 subscribers. Apparently, I can't have a community tab. And I was having trouble with my computer, and I thought, hey, let's, start the live from my phone. Can't do that because that's another stupid thing they stop small creators from doing. It's all these stupid rules, and I'm not even sitting here asking for money. And it's like, I'm kind of glad I'm not asking for money. At least I don't have to suck YouTube's dick to get it. Not saying that good when like good YouTubers do that, but I'm saying bad ones will do that to the extreme, and good ones have to like abide by stupid rules sometimes just to keep going, to keep getting their message out. Just like I have to ask you guys to share the content and subscribe, and it sounds stupid or narcissistic to ask you guys to keep doing that, but that's the only way that I can get people to do it because YouTube won't push the content because I'm a small creator and I also swear and talk about things that YouTube doesn't like. Okay, next one. Oh, hello, you've been sending my channel to friends. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I still wonder sometimes why people like my channel because I there's so many better YouTubers, like genuinely better ones. And I'm gonna slow down a bit with talking because my voice is genuinely starting to hurt. But that means a lot. I really appreciate you guys. It does mean something that you actually take time out of your day to watch this. Let's see. Next one is I don't know how smaller channels promote their channels. I know. I'm trying to figure out how people get up there too. Supposedly tags are the way, but misusing your tag can get you banned. Yeah, I don't know about. It's also to me, things come back to you. Things will come back to you eventually. I don't have Twitter because I say stupid things, and eventually that could come to bite me in the ass. And also, if I misuse tags, if people eventually look at them in the future, they'll be like, oh, you misuse tags. All you care about is subscribers and people won't listen to me. I don't care if people like me necessarily, but if nobody listens to me and I have a message to send, that kind of just removes the purpose. Like, I know I'm not acting like a shitty person, but other people don't. And then if I misuse the tags, so yeah, I'm gonna capitalize on what I can. I think that's the proper word, but oh well. Next one. I always thought that it was overexposure of the larger ones. I think it is a combination of the two. Right now, also, the algorithm is really, really fucked up. I've been seeing more and more YouTubers complaining about people being unsubscribed. And I have a feeling that when I had 37 subscribers, those two, it kept going up and down. I have a feeling that was YouTube because I didn't really do or talk about anything that was bad. I can't see a reason, and I have such a small following that each one makes a difference. Um, yeah, I have to go out of my way to find smaller channels. You really do. Like I've had to go out of my way to try to find smaller ones too. Lou Willie. I've actually posted about your channel on my personal social media. A few have told me they subbed. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. And it just goes to show that you're doing so much to like show that, and also tell me your social, and I can follow. I just realized like I pretty much only do YouTube, but anyways, I would. That just goes to show, even if you're doing that, like still YouTube isn't pushing it like all that. Before, I guess years ago it would, but now it just want. I have a feeling it wants to expose the ones that can make him get the most money, but they're not realizing in the long run, if you promote the smaller ones, it's going to be a larger number of people that can make you more money. Next one. Honestly, the fact that you reply to our comments and interact with us is the one reason why I stick around. I appreciate it. Aw, I'm glad that is. I hope it's also the content you enjoy too, because I think it's very important to interact, and not enough people do. And if I get to become a bigger YouTuber, that's going to be hard to do because I literally have to spend 24 hours doing it. But as long as I still am capable of it, I will still do it. If it comes to a point where I actually get a bigger following, logistically, I can't. But as long as I can, I will. And once, if I were a bigger one, I'd probably just like more comments or comment shorter or something. But you get the idea. Because I'm only here with 35 because 35 people are watching me. And why would I make a YouTube channel if it weren't for people to watch and people to respond? I'm narcissistic, but I'm also not an idiot. Let's see. Really, yeah, this level of viewer and creator interaction is hard to find these days. Really? Do other small creators not do this much? So, yeah, it's tough to find smaller channels that are actual people. Really? At Louie, oh yeah, those damn robot voices. Oh, I hate those robot. Oh wait, robot voices. Do you mean the actual people or do you mean bots? Snubby, hey, pretty boy. You want to see me naked? Click link. I know, I hate it. Snubby, hey. Oh wait, I was about to read it again. I mean, I enjoy your content. That's why I said one reason. Oh, I thought you were saying the one reason, not one of the reasons. Really, I clicked and nothing happened. Damn virus. I'm guessing that means you were trying to get the virus. Again, hi, hello, I'm autistic. I still have to double check if I understand jokes. The channels that just use text to speech. Question bug. Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say something and that wasn't a username, and I was like, Are you okay? Do you need help right now and you're having a seizure because I can't figure out what you're saying? I might make a Snapchat to talk to you all. I think that would be an easier way to do it because, like, Instagram and stuff like that, the algorithm's fucked, and people, like, it's you can get exposed easier because I heard, like, with the whole Toddy thing, there's people are getting, like, doxxed and stuff like that, and even if I don't care about myself, I do have family, so I don't know if I want to do that. Also, my cheekbones are really high. The shadowing here is ridiculous. And yeah, I had a stroke and I had enough courtesy to type out and click send. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope your right side is still is still functioning really well to make up for the fact that your left side isn't. You could always make a TikTok. I don't download TikTok because they get way too much of your information. It's just kind of creepy to me. Yeah, I guess it does sound a little crude to other people. For me, my dark humor does. I do like it when I understand jokes and I'm very sarcastic, but nothing too that's why I'm always like, ugh, what if I take my dark humor too far and I insult someone because I made a bad joke about something really, really sensitive? That's probably something someone would try to cancel me over. Oh, that was a joke. See, again, I have to check sometimes. Okay, do you guys mind? I'm gonna take a sec because I finally got a text from my fiance and I was worried that because he was sick for a bit. My eyes are hurting so much. Okay, good to go. Yeah, and just TikTok really creeps me out. It creeps me out too. Don't read what out loud? You such. Am I supposed to not read the comments out loud? No, I'm self-conscious about that. I'm going to anyways because people can't see them, so they're confused. Unless you really don't want me to, I'm confused. Literally, any social media platform with that much influence on people and a large portion of them being kids. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me, and yeah, the whole spy thing. The text from your fiance, don't read that out loud. Oh, okay, now I get it. Yeah, I'm totally gonna read the whole thing. Also, like, nothing's inappropriate, but I'm not saying that just what's funny as a joke, my fiance and I are so boring with our texts. Like, I'm not afraid of, like, the whole, like, people sexting and all that, but we're just so boring with our texts because it's like, save it for if we see each other, like, we're never gonna see each other. Save it for when we see each other. But we're so boring with our texts. Just, "Hi, how are you? Hope you've had a good day. Are you feeling okay? I love you too, sweetie." Like, it's just so boring. Hey, just in case you in agree with reading our comments out loud. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun too. Okay. Okay, that's actually a good idea because I finished ranting about stuff. Unless, wait, did I have a thought to finish? Was I finishing something important? I forget. Oh yeah, we were talking about how TikTok is creepy. TikTok creepy as TikTok. Creepy as TikTok as TikTok is creepy. Yeah, my stomach is growling. I'm gonna get some food, and I'm definitely gonna read the comments out loud and respond to them. And we can do a little Q&A too. But question, do you want the comments read out loud that I haven't responded to or all of them to elaborate on? Maybe just the ones I haven't responded to and then we can do Q&A, and you guys can ask me whatever you want, and I'll answer. Getting food now. If I have to explain that for some reason. I ordered Mediterranean food. I wanted some food from my people. You know, the Arab people. No, I'm not gonna eat all of that. I'm getting portions that are smaller. Oh, what a grape. Grape leaves. Thai curry. I'm not Indian. Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, I remember last time I had the curry. Yeah. This time it's all the Mediterranean food. I got something new. It was under the Persian section. It has to do with olives. I hope they're pitted. By the way, does anyone think it's stupid that they say pitted for something that doesn't have pits? Because I still think that pitted means that it has pits. It confuses me. I think it's atrocious that they do that. I guess any kind of food is ethnic. Yeah, I guess that's true, but this is part of my ethnicity. Mediterranean is one of the ethnic foods I'm always up for. It really is good food. It's one of the few foods that doesn't hurt my stomach, because I get nauseous from things easily. I hate the stems. Get caught in my teeth and my throat. You guys didn't answer my question about the comments and about Q&A. Please do. Dog with the W, what does that mean? Yeah. Chinese messes with my system too. My parents used to say it, and I do agree with it too. It's too oily. I love Japanese sushi. I love sushi. I'm vegetarian, but like the cucumber. I don't know if you've ever tried to make dolma. It's hard to roll those grape leaves. I've never tried to make it. I don't know why they call it that. I call it waragrana, or grape leaves. Okay, so comments I haven't read in Q&A. Agreed with everyone? I just feel bad in case, well, I already feel bad, but like in case people don't want to lie, I'll probably do reply to the comments. Reply to the comments anyways, or just tell them to check in live. There's one person that keeps wanting disability and then a long name I forget, keeps wanting to join the comments or the lives and keeps not missing them. But tomorrow I did plan the live, so my good is showing. I don't know what dog is. I don't know. I don't understand the joke either. So I don't know if you have to say it again. If you have to never say it again, I'm just confused in general. Or my brain is not getting enough oxygen, or just not functioning properly from hunger. Grain rice. Do any of you ever eat hot rice, warm rice, with cold salad on top? It's really fucking good. You know, I guess you guys are right. I don't see many channels that interact this much in the comments either, as much as I do. I mean, but I don't follow any really, really small channels, like as small as mine. Like, if I had 22,000 subscribers, it would seem like favoritism to reply to just a few people. But I feel like it's pretty I think it's okay to just respond to some people when you feel like you should, or just some people that have stuck around with your annoying ass for long enough. They deserve it. Check the comments. It's like, I'm gonna add some good acid to that. I'll have one more grape. No, I don't want another grape leaf. Oops. I get sick if I eat too much. I get stomach aches really easily. Please close. You. Where is this? This go here. Okie dokie. Rice. So excited. Salad. Really excited about my food. I haven't eaten much today. I just pretty much had the exact same thing. I go through these phases, which is really classic of being autistic, where you just eat the same thing. It's like how I just wear the same outfit for the longest time. Crushing the falafel over it. Perfect. And my phone is going off. Did I explain to you guys why I have that? I have that because I remind myself what time it is every single hour. Otherwise, I forget. Damn, that is loud. Okay, we're going back to the table. I should probably get a spoon and then turn that off. Has it already been another hour? No, it hasn't. What? Has it? Why is it going off again? Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this away from the mic. It needs my face. Okay. Now, check the comments. Okay. I don't know if you've ever tried to make. Oh, wait. No. Don't look up. Oh, I didn't know it came from Greek. What do you want? Just stop. I'll do the math. Just stop. Isn't salad always cold? Well, yeah, salad is always cold, but like you can warm it up if you want it warm with the rice. That was just another thing. Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure what you meant in that context, Lily. I knew what you meant. She was confused. A musical, right? Okay. Just okay. Why are you so annoying? I'm getting really good at math, though. It annoys me, but I keep it on anyways. Ugh, I hate musicals, though. Most of the time, it's very specific for me to like a musical. It's just annoying because it's so unrealistic. Guys, sit down and stop singing. Nobody starts singing like that. It's just unnecessary. If I wanted to listen to a song, I would put it in the background like everybody else and have it affect the scene. You don't have to burst into singing or in dancing. Meat salad was pretty warm. Warm salad is weird, but I meant like cold salad, like cold on top of warm rice. I was asking if you guys ever tried that. I don't know why you're so hung up on it, but some people will put you could always put the cold rice in a bowl if it were in the fridge. If it's leftovers, and put cold salad on top of it and then put it in the microwave to warm it up. I don't know if you're hanging on this to annoy me or if you're confused. Either way, I don't mind, so I'm just going to tell you. Because it would be funny if you're trying to annoy me, and if you're confused, I'd like you to understand. Okay. time for the comments. So, Snowy, just because that was the first one that was open. That looks like a wall you'd see in a crime show where they're trying to solve a serial killer case. Little pins on a bulletin board connected with strings, you know. It looks like you were having fun with your homework at least. Hope you feel better tomorrow. Thank you. I'm feeling a bit better, but still not like totally there. I'm starting to get tired now, but I just thought it was funny. There's no pins because it's a flat screen. My favorite part is that this is plumber's tape. It's really soft though. I like things that are soft. Stimming. Next comment. This is from the last live. Lou